So yeah, we out here unedited and raw. The reason I had to stop it right then to flip the camera around, but other than that, we not cutting scenes. We not acting out here. We real out here. We doing this because we live it. We not actors. Whenever you watch videos of people who go from one scene to another scene, that's because they edited. When you watch movies and stuff, they go from one scene to another scene. Those are actors. They edit that film. So anytime you watching stuff like that, there's a lie in there somewhere. We ain't got no lie to tell. We here in South Africa for real. Spitting this word. So y'all can hear it. He who have an ear, let him hear. We're gonna drop some bars of wisdom today.
Amen.
Got some topics to tell, and we're gonna share on. And if you relate to it, share, like, subscribe. You got aunties, cousins, uncles, nieces and nephews that might need to hear this. So let them hear it. We all and we out here for love. We ain't out here for war and none of that. But the whole thing is that we gotta let this message be heard. Cause like OG said, the internet just crashed on us. Didn't even want us putting that word out there. But we get this part 2 of it. This time it ain't gonna crash because I'm gonna record off my iPad. Gotta do it. So the topics of the day, what we talking about is power. And the power is in our words. So shout out to Kendrick, Kodak, and Kyrie. Them brothers said something, and they had something in common. What they said is that we the Israelites, in their own words. With Kyrie, all he did was drop a link on formerly known as Twitter, now it's X. He dropped a link, said, check this out. He didn't say, he didn't say, oh, I endorse this, or I advertise this, I want you to buy this book. He didn't say none of that. He was just saying, hey, check this out. And that book he was referring to was a book by Ron Dalton. Now, Ron Dalton is a brother who stepped on what he believed, he put his money where his mouth is. You could look him up. He traveled the world to prove what he's talking about.
He bruised the Negroes.
Yes, it's a lot of people who know who we are, and the truth is, the Pope know,
America knows. It's in their memoirs. Presidents have already told the former presidents that we are the wandering Jews.
Yeah. So, why it's so powerful, because our enemies and our oppressors and our colonizers, what we're gonna call them, they been using brainwashing, subliminal messages. They've been using predictive programming, witchcraft, all kind of ways to get us to basically lose our identity, through genocide. Through, like South Africa went through apartheid. Nobody is exempt from their cruelty.
Right.
Everybody know how I feel to be colonized, to be oppressed.
Right.
So we're gonna go on the fact that we know who we are. We standing on our identity, and not only that, we believe it. We could prove it. So our DNA say we from the tribe of Judah, by saying that we got the Bantu in us. We got Yoruba, Igbo, Ashanti. So if you did your research on those tribes are some of the ancient people of Africa who still practice to this day Israelite practices. So people in South Africa, you can call yourself South African or whatever, but you're a proud people. You speak your own language. You could call yourself from whatever tribe you come from. And all we saying is be proud of who you are, and knowing that that's your identity. Don't let nobody take your identity.
Yes. Because, can I go into the couple words that, at least one, that word.
Yeah, and we're going to come back to Kyrie.
That the word black is a derogatory word that they made up to describe us, to put us all in the same basket as with each other, knowing that we all different families. You have different families here. So what I wanted to tell you about was the race. That that word race is should be a competition of like running or like even boat racing, bike racing, car racing.
Yeah.
But for some reason, they got us in something they call a human race, the rat race. And what I'm trying to tell you is that race, that word that they use to try to describe people in colors, is not real. It's not scientifically backed. It's not proven. Nothing can be proven. Everybody that is of this hue is not the same people, and they know that. The pink people aren't the same people.
So we got black on right now. You see, we got Exodus on our shirts. We wearing black. We not the same color as
Not
our
the same
shirts.
color.
Black is like when you look at the crayon black. That's black. You know, my beard is black. You know, my skin is melanated skin.
Yes.
You got some real dark melanated people, but you can still put black on them and they don't look black.
That's right.
You know, they just highly melanated.
And beautiful.
Beautiful. You got to learn to love yourselves.
Yeah.
That's what we're trying to teach today, is how powerful our words is. So knowing that black and race is terms that they use to basically mind control us into hating ourselves, you know, basically where we come from in Babylon, America. They taught us in school how to hate ourselves,
Yes.
how to basically uphold white supremacy.
Yeah.
And you know, through stealing our identities, through stealing your identity, they have power over you. You know, the thing that they don't understand right now, you know, they used to say we were slaves and all this, but those people know who they took. You know, shout out to Kwame. You know, he always say Geechee Gullah.
That's right.
You know, the people of Geechee Gullah, I watched the documentary. You know, that's a beautiful pair right now making all that noise. But we watched the documentary about Geechee Gullah.
Yeah.
They know where they come from.
Yes.
They come from West Africa. They know the name of the tribes of the people that they come from. They took rice farmers, people who had the ability to build and make things of their own.
Mm-hmm.
So when they took these people wasn't just turned into slaves. These people was cash crops. These people produced cash crops, but they was also like cattle to them. So in import and exports, in trading, they had us. They had the ability that we have. We have the ability to produce. So they used us to make rice, wheat, sugar canes, you know, tobacco. Later on, it turned into tobacco. Into cotton, you know. And we know about that story.
Yeah.
So, and what's your other word?
The other word is woke.
Yeah.
Now, woke was never a bad term. Woke was never a something derogatory, something mean and hateful. But for some reason now they're making these words like woke a bad word. And what I want to tell you is that when has woke ever been a bad word? Being woke is being conscious. Being woke is being up like we are now. You can't work and be sleep. You can't cook and be sleep. You know, you have to wake up. And so to me, they are trying to pacify us by telling us you need to stay asleep or unwoke, because it hurts their feelings if we talk about who we are.
Yeah.
So
let me go in on that, where when you unconscious, like say for instance you get knocked out, you can't defend yourself. You know, they want you to stay asleep because that way they could kill you. You know what I'm saying? When they did what they did to Kyrie, it's because, you know, he basically shattered a lot of their, you know, brainwashing white supremacy. So in him just pointing out a fact or a truth, it's not even something he said. It was just a link. But that link was about Hebrews, the Negroes. Yeah. A lot of people done read up on it and watched the movie or whatever. But the thing is that, you know, you being woke means you paying attention to your surroundings. Your enemy can't do you like that. You know, the weak people want you to stay asleep.
yes.
And the reason why I say weak, because a strong man, you know, how is they gonna take a strong man? How else would they overpower a strong man? It's in the Bible. You can look it up. You know, first they have to bind them, but a strong man won't let you just bind them. So what they want you to do, they want you to be asleep. You know. So we talked in our last video about being what we said. We was talking about no the last video. The video we just posted. We just posted a video about basically the whole thing is that we want you to stand on your words. So the Most High, He gonna bring it back to my remembrance.
Yeah.
But the thing is that when you unconscious is a way to kill you. And Kyrie, when they try to take your job in Babylon, they take your means to provide for yourself. They want to steal from you. So in stealing from you, they trying to kill you. You know what I'm saying? So in a strong man world like Kwame, you know, show you how to do it on your own strength. And these people can't build their own on their own strength. These people need you. What they don't understand is that we all slaves now, because since they took us in slavery, they made a system called jobs where you got to work for somebody. The person you work for may not necessarily do the work that you do, and they get benefits from you working for them. You know, when in the real world, if you a strong man, you will provide for yourself. You will protect yourself. You know, you could feed your own. You know, you don't have to, and you don't need nobody else to really provide for you. You can trade, you know, and you can be an asset to others, and others could be an asset to you, but not in the sense that nobody have to do everything for you. You know, that's where
what you taught me was that they make us leave our homes.
Yeah.
You leaving your wife and your children at home to fend for themselves to go out.
So yeah, and that's another way to keep harassing you as a strong man. So when you leave and go out into this world to go to work, you're in danger.
Yes.
You know, first of all, especially looking like us, you know, you a target. You know, the reason why we talked about black is a easy to point out person. You know, they could easily spot you and treat you any kind of way. You know, you left your home, they could raid your home, they could steal your house. If you left children or your women, your wife in the house, they could harm them, you know, put them in danger. Now you're in a compromised position. You know, so the whole thing is why we trying to crush and cast down these spirits of brainwashing and self-hate and slavery, the slave mentalities, so that we can identify who we are. In our identity, we get our strength back. We know who we are. We can stand on that. A person can't just brainwash us into submissiveness and make us do they will because they're weak. You know, Kyrie had the Hebrew Israelites, you know, stand up and show of force for him in New York. You know, that was a good show of force. But what we want to teach our people is how to use our words. Our words is power. Right. So that was good that they showed force, but at the same time, it was a lot of Black Lives Movement going on. We're not black. If all those people gathered around, you know, instead of trying to buy an outfit like the Hebrew Israelites, they buy the outfit trying to look the same. It ain't about no one look. You know, it's about going out there, being in agreement, learning how to agree with each other, learning how to use your words in empowerment. If all those people would have came out and said that we're one people, we're Judah, you know, the whole world would have they would have went into a Harlem Shake seizure, because that's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cat Williams for, you know, breaking the thing this year about, you know, the truth is being revealed this year. You know, no matter how people feel about it, the truth is going to be the most powerful thing going on in 2024. So we're going to keep empowering our people to learn how to talk, learn how to use their words for betterment. You know, we have a lot of slave mentality, you know, a lot of religious mentality, which was basically white supremacy and a nice little cloak, nice little churchy look, you know, when really all we have to do is learn how to agree with each other. Cast down these things in your family and your household. Like, you know, your father may have committed suicide and then your son committed suicide. That's something you could have prevented by casting that spirit down. You know, your father or forefathers go to jail, in and out of jail. and then his sons go in and out of jail, and then his sons, so his grandchildren going in and out of jail. That's a spirit you could cast out.
Got to.
You don't got to sit here and let these things continue to perpetuate in your life. It's a cycle.
Yeah.
You know, it's a cycle of abuse. You could break that chain.
Yes.
So what we saying is use your words for empowerment.
Yes.
Stop saying things like, oh, they dumb, or they stupid, or like a lot of brothers in our community, you know, once we woke up, they like to start a debate, you know, and think that in them debating that they getting their point across, when really they just trying to start strife and confusion.
Right.
The Most High is not with brothers debating them with strife.
Yes.
You know, He want us, if we're going to talk and get to some kind of agreement, talk to get to an understanding, learn how to use your words for better,
Yes.
and not for worse, not to backbite,
Yes. Yeah.
backbite your brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We don't need soothsayers. We don't need people that, you know, sound good when they talk. That's why we sitting here stuttering. We don't mind, you know, letting people hear us stutter. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be ashamed of.
That's right.
It's how he is, who he is. You know, Moses stuttered.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that you got to look inside yourself and say that, you know, I'm still me and I'm proud to be me.
Yeah.
I should be okay with being who I am.
That's
You
right.
know, there's a lot of people who out there, you know, trying to make a statement with, you know, wearing their hair and not cutting their hair.
Yes.
You know, not trying to be go along, get along gang. You know,
Yep.
you know, not trying to fit in just because it looked good, or, you know, I'm gonna get a check for it. You know, no, you need to have some kind of honor in yourself.
Right.
You know, not for nobody else, but for you.
For you.
You know.
And if you have a wife and children, for them. Because as a man, you are the head of the household. So when you show that you're pleased or empowered by being who you are, you know, like Kendrick, you know, I know that he's a big influence in his community and his household, because he is a man that knows who he is, and he said, and he's not ashamed of it. You know, he says no color. If we're not black, that's just a color.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we knew it before he said it, but we were so happy that he knew it, and all the rest of the ones that do know it. You know, it's other ones, but a lot of them don't come out and say it, because truth will kill these people, these colonizers. You know, they will come out after you, like they did with Kanye. They'll come out after you if you know who you are. Like he say he can't be anti-Semitic, which he's gonna go over that word, because he is Shemitic. You know, we're Shemitic people. We are from Shem, and so there's no way we could be anti who we are. You know, we are anti-black because we're not that.
Mm-hmm. So we want to teach what these words is. Like, America ain't the best place when it comes to learning. They definitely teach you a lot of lies in the schools. You could look at Florida for instance now. You know, Ron DeSantis with the fighting we woke now. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to school, they taught us prefixes, you know, suffixes, and the main noun,
base word.
The base word. So when you have semi is a prefix.
Yeah.
Semi means similar, somewhat, something like.
Yeah.
Like as.
Yeah.
You know, not quite.
Not quite.
You know, so.
But anti.
You know, and then you have the word anti. So you put two prefixes together. Anti means against. So you're saying I'm against people who like somebody who similar as somebody who want to be a fake person. You saying I'm mad that they're fake. You can say that all you want, but that's not a real word. That doesn't even mean nothing.
Because the base word would then be that tick, T-I-C. Yeah, T-I-C. So where's the base word there?
All right. So, and really that's a suffix. So you got two prefixes and a suffix.
Right.
That's not even a real word.
Mm-mm.
So they made all these fake words, and then they able to stand on it. They made laws for it
Yeah.
because we're not allowed to hurt their feelings.
Yep.
And they're weak people. By hurting their feelings, they're gonna come for you. This video may get blocked off of YouTube, whatever, but it need to be heard. We putting this word out there.
Telling the truth hurts their feelings.
So you got all kind of things going on in the world nowadays that is detrimental to a lot of people. People are dying because of how people feel, and them trying to keep a lie going.
Yeah.
So that's why the truth is so powerful.
Yes, it is.
If somebody willing to kill to keep their lie up, you got to understand how powerful your words is.
Gotta be.
Use your words to better your family, to better your lives. You know what I'm saying? How do they break down the house?
They take the man out the house, however they can.
Mm-hmm.
Or they turn that woman against the man.
Yeah. So we know our Achilles heels as a people who we are. They known that we will sell our brother out.
Yeah.
So in using that, they'll make us go against each other, split that household up.
Yeah.
And splitting that household up, now we easy targets.
Yeah.
Easy pickings.
Easy pickings.
You know what I'm saying? So this is the whole thing. Learn how to agree with one another.
Yeah.
Don't be sitting here debating all the time and not getting to no understanding. You could sit here and try to debate with us all day. Pretty much me and OG the only people that could stand in the paint, talk about the stuff we talking about. Unless, y'all start subscribing and sharing and get more people to like and subscribe, where we could have, over 1,000 subscribers, and we could invite people on to the chat and we could talk to them, see what they think. But the whole thing is, we're not going to sit here and let you just get in the conversation and just spew random stuff thinking that you're going to start confusion, and we don't know what we're talking about. We know what we're talking about, and we standing on it. Shout out to Kendrick, standing on business. The whole thing, I'm an Israelite, and we mean that. We ain't finna take it back. So when we stand on the word, we're gonna keep going forward in that. And we're giving you encouragement and trying to empower you to do the same.
That's right.
Learn how to embrace yourself, embrace your identity. Teach your loved ones how to accept who they are, learn how to love on each other, teach love in the family. Love your brothers in the community. Y'all may be strangers by passing, but you can still say, blessings. You still say, king and queen. That's who we really are. I said in one of my videos back that I'd rather be called nigga, because that point us back to a location where we came from. And then I could do more research about who I am. They didn't want us to know that, so they made that a bad word, but it was never a bad word. They was happily saying that, when they thought we was ignorant to what it means. You could imagine them sitting here calling us our name, and we don't even know they saying who we are because they whipped it out of us. You understand? Like, a strong man is like that man who they showed, that picture of that man who had all those whips, and he was whipped so bad in his back, and the scar looked so gross and disgusting. But that man was alive in that picture. He wasn't even dead. So it was astonishing in them that he could take all those lashes and still be alive. That's a strong man. You got to understand, we come from strong men. You got to be able to embrace that. We are giant slayers. We come from King David. Our words matter like King Solomon. We could use wise words. We could start saying, my children are virtuous. My children are wise. My children gonna be strong and courageous. They're gonna accomplish things. Whatever they seek out, they're gonna achieve it. Start using your words to empower your family. That's the point of this video today. Blessings to all our brothers we mentioned in this video. We want everybody to learn how to communicate better with each other. Start agreeing. Stop this debate of spirit. We cast that spirit down. We cast the spirit of confusion down, because that's not getting us nowhere. If all them people that was in the Black Lives Matter movement, you seen how we shook the world with the George Floyd after he died. It shot at, rest in power, all the kings and queens that died around that time. that was a sad thing, but that's what we go
It's
through in
our
America.
genocide. We're still in our genocide.
It's what we go through, and it's not going to end until we come to an agreement about our identity.
Yes.
And then when we could stand in the pain about our identity, we could say that it was a crime committed against us. You know, and that's proof right there. Boom, we got our identity, we know who we are, and we know what our oppressors and our colonizers did to us. So we could go to court and accuse them of a crime.
Right.
Now we could stand on what we're talking about.
Yes.
We're not sitting here just saying, oh, I have faith and I believe and I believe. No, this is real. You know, this is real life. You know, you got beautiful kids in the background. You know, they're having a good time.
Faith and belief is good, but it's not just that. Faith without works is dead. Faith without works is dead. So, like James said, you let a man show me his faith, and I'm going to show him my faith with my works. Okay? Because faith, that's basically what they practice. Faith without works.
Yeah. So we'll walk around and show you the rest of the park, because it's a beautiful park.
Yes.
Thank y'all for listening. You know, if you like this video, put the thumbs up. And y'all gonna see some more videos of us. Peace and power and blessings, family.